I guess one of them, because I know so many people asked me about this when I did mine, is the TEDx piece, because it's quite an experience, isn't it, TEDx?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So I know when I first started getting involved in the run up to mine, I was so unaware, I'm ashamed to say, of just how big a piece it is. I kind of got accepted and thought, you turn up and you're going to do your speech, and it's not that at all. So you've got all of this training and making sure that actually you are delivering something that is going to be impactful and that's going to forward the debate or kind of continue it in some way. So can you tell me a little bit more about like your TEDx and also being a TEDx coach? I mean, that must be really interesting.
Yeah, so that experience, I think the easiest, or it's not even easy to kind of explain what that what that whole experience is. I'm sure you can relate to that. It's hard to put it into words, but it was like exciting and terrifying. All at the same time, and it was a roller coaster leading up to it, because when you talk about being on the TED stage and having that opportunity to speak and all that, most people are very familiar with the brand and TED and all what that stands for, and so it can be a little bit intimidating. And so when people were talking to me, like during that journey and running up to the talk, when people would say, "Oh my goodness, you're doing a TED talk," of course, rather than me being excited about it, I would go into, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing?" That kind of thing. And of course, the TEDx process, or the TED process, in terms of that running up to the actual talk, there's a lot involved in that, right? So there's a lot of preparation. There's a lot of things that you have to know in order to take that stage and be the most effective and aligned with what they're trying to accomplish and different things like that. So it was a fun experience on the one hand, but on the other hand, especially as an introvert, I had to, oh my goodness, I really had to overcome a lot and get over myself in order to go through that process. But again, that was definitely part of my faith walk too. I feel like God was leading me to that because it was a message that needed to be shared. And so I was obedient in that. And honestly, I think that's a lot of what kind of carried me through that process. But I have to give a shout out to my TEDx coach, because without her, it would have been a lot more difficult.